Hey y'all, and welcome to Watch Cheryl Scrap for February session. Today is Thursday, February the 4th, and I'm going to be scrapping with some goodies from BYOC, Build Your Own Collection. So there'll be a lot of pieces that I'm pulling in. The products are live in the store, so you can go grab those. And I think I'm going to scrap this picture of me and my honey, and this looks like it was from Thanksgiving, I think.
Aw,
I'm
you're
not
so
quite
good at getting
sure.
pictures of you two together.
I try, but I didn't do very well this past year at that, but that's okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna convert this to black and white. I'm gonna bring that down.
You don't usually scrap in black and white. Oh, I guess
No,
it's about 50-50, huh?
yeah, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Okay, pull that down just a tad. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, I noticed something. I don't know why I never noticed this before. I'll show you in just a second after
Okay. I noticed mine
and
updated and I'm afraid to open it. I'll admit it. Anybody else
oh
have
yeah.
that? Your program updates and you're a little afraid to open it because you're not quite sure what it's going to do.
Okay.
Were you eyeballing that or using any of the graphs?
I just used the color. I switched it to black and white, and then I used the white balance. I did a auto, and then I pulled it up and down, and then I did an auto on the tone. That's pretty much all I'll do. So I just changed the exposure, the blacks, and the contrast.
She does do it fast. There's certain things she's used to just doing on all her photos and she does them super fast. Always
I'm
ask.
sorry.
We'll have her go back and show you it's fine.
I'll do this one. I just come up here to the top and it's automatically on color, but I switch over to black and white. So it automatically with one button does black and white. There is, I think there are other profiles, but I'm not loaded anymore in there. Instead of going for the white balance a shot or using the eyedropper, which I could go in and find a white that I like to try to balance that out, I just do auto. So you can see it just brightened it up just a tiny, tiny hoo-hoo. And then I'll hit auto and you can see how it really popped it up. So I'll bring the blacks a little darker. Unless I want it to stay high key, I'd leave it up that high, but I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more.
Auto's actually gotten pretty decent.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. And really, I should just make a preset, but that didn't take long enough to worry about it. And I do have, black and white filters over here. So there's lots of different ones that I could roll through and use in the presets. But I'm gonna go ahead and reset it. Yes, downloading is like fonts. It's like from
or just playing with them, like just being like, "Oh, what about this one? Ooh, what? Ooh." And I'm like, "Okay, need to stop." Information overload.
Stop. Okay, let's see. Okay, now I'm at my library, correct? I'm like,
yes,
do you see over here how there's purple next to the folders?
Yes. Does that mean that folder's completely done?
Yes. I did not know you could do this thing. Yeah.
I didn't either.
You just right click, add color label to folder, and pick what you want it to be. And since purple is my scrapped and is what I choose to use, so I know it's done, now I don't even have to open those folders.
Super cool.
And I'm like, well, awesome. You learn something new every day. Every day. All right, so I'm going to close this. And you know what? Maybe Do y'all want me to do, we could use the
colors in general, Lisa, or the colors to the folder specifically? The folder system, so Cheryl has her folder system just set up to always pull in like one day to one folder. I don't remember how she does that, but she does that, and then so that's always
in
been
Lightroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me open it back up. Sorry, I closed it too quick.
I'm the messier of us two, and I just throw everything into one big year folder. So I'll have one that's just Dropbox, which is my phone stuff, and then one that's all of my big camera. So the coloring of the folder, she just discovered it. We don't know how new it is, actually. I don't know how new it is.
I don't know. I don't know when they added that or not.
But coloring photos has been there for a while. Individual photos. Yeah. Maybe it is newer. I don't know. I think it's so cool though. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. So this is just based on my file explorer. And let me open up photos here. So you can see that I go by a year and then I go by each individual date. And then what I'll do, which I'm behind on, is in my layouts folders. So I put them in there based on the date of the photo, not the date that I completed the layout. So let's see, a good year maybe that would have enough in there. You can see what I'm talking about. I have an Excel sheet you can download in our forum. And what I'll do is I'll put in that date and then I'll type a little bit about what happened that day. Like this one, March 17th, 2015, Daniel watched a Lego video that showed him how to make himself into a ninja by using a plain t-shirt. Hiya. So if I go to March 17th of 2015, I might not necessarily know why I took those photos, but because I have them in my spreadsheet, I do. And then when I complete the layout, I just go to insert and choose a picture to put in there, and then I'll resize it to 2 inches. And then when the whole day is done, I just use a gray fill, so I know that particular day is done. So like this was a Fort Pickens beach day with my sister and my kids, and some travel stuff, you know. So you
Lisa, I'll do it more your way. I will put in the metadata in Lightroom. I'll put in the notes about it when I'm uploading my photos, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to remember why I took this photo, and I'll just make a note of what it is so that it's saved to the photos. I guess I hope that way if I ever, don't get around to it, my kid's looking at it, he'll be like, what does this say? And he'll hover and it'll tell him magically.
Right.
But just different ways of doing things.
Yeah.
See, Renee, I know a lot of people who like their photos in a different folder every day. Personally, it's just, I hate it. So I like them all just going in one major folder.
Yeah, and if I wanted to look at them that way, I just hit 2020 and it just shows me everything.
Yeah. No, so, and I know it totally works for people, and I think it's awesome to people it works for. It just does not work for me.
Now, I saw this the other day, and I was like, I need to scrap this. January 1st, new decade, going fairly well, all things considered. January 2nd, Australia appears to be on fire. January 3rd, World War III is announced.
That's before coronavirus.
Right? I'm like,
that was when 2020 was still funny.
Yeah, we didn't even know what was happening. So
yeah, Lisa, that's what I do too. I dump mine into yearly, and then I can filter by month and sort by date. But I do have, because of the way I have Dropbox and Lightroom connected, I have it pull those photos into a separate folder within my year folder. So my year technically has one folder inside it that's all the camera photos. And that's just because sometimes I have screenshots and stuff, and it's easier for me to sort them out if they're just in a folder, and I don't always need them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the only one. I'll save like a recipe. I'll be like, oh, I want to do that recipe later. And then because it auto imports to Lightroom, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go pull it out of Lightroom. I don't need to save that for all eternity.
Okay, so I decided I would use my template from the TLP template challenge, and I'm just going to drag this photo over onto that canvas. And then I'll pop it here. And just use that shortcut Control-G to clip. Which we discussed that quite a bit.
That's why I giggled.
Quite a bit last time.
Yeah,
okay, and I'm very happy
because that's what we've changed it to.
Right.
It's not the default.
Right.
And I posted the link to the February challenge if you guys haven't seen it at TLP, where you can download that template for free.
For free. Okay.
Man, Cheryl, you've got that free template. You've got the free template for your monthly challenge.
Yes. Yep.
Templates all around.
Let's
like Oprah.
see what I can do here.
Here's a template. Here's a template.
I like free stuff. I mean, I'll just be honest. I do, and I try to share as much as I can, because there are just times when you want to scrap with something new and you just don't have it in your budget to do that. So
I agree.
I try to be kind and spread that love around, and then when you can purchase, then I hope you might purchase mine, but if you don't, that's okay too. Okay. Oh my goodness, Gina Miller.
Right.
Oh, holy cow. Gina Miller, look at this piece of paper. Does that not look like me or what?
That is so you. You asked her to make that for you, didn't you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm gonna put it on that top paper there. And I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller, but is that not pretty? It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. I like it.
Let's see.
So it's snowy for Renee. What are the rest of you up to? How you filling your time now that MLC's over? For those of you who are, scrapping every day. I keep thinking I should clean my house. It's not working very well.
No, not for me either. I keep thinking that I'll stop taking naps, and then every day, without fail, here they come.
I don't know. I think I'd like a nap. Every day without fail? Sounds like a plan to me.
Oh man, and it's some sleeping now.
Yeah.
It's some great stuff.
Ooh, Kim's doing a piece 365. So are you scrapping each page every day? Very simple, easy pages. Lisa's reviewing the February challenge, but haven't done any yet. Oh, you thought of some photos today. Woohoo! Oh, you took some photos today for my photography challenge. Yay! I look forward to seeing them. Renee can only nap if she's sick. I can nap, but it usually means if I nap for 20 minutes, I will be up past my bedtime for like 2 hours. There's if I nap for an hour, I'm up half the night. It does not go well together.
Oh my goodness.
I look forward to seeing your photography ones scrapped. It's been a while since I've hosted a photography monthly challenge. It's kind of fun.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Love it.
Day in and day out.
I'm at that point where I'm just like, oh, there's so many pretty things. What am I gonna use?
Do you have information overload, Cheryl? with all of the pretty things?
Yes, so I'm just gonna grab my favorites. I'm not gonna overthink it anymore. There's too much right now. And I
Gotcha.
will definitely, it's my colors, so I'll definitely be using, I'm just kind of scrolling through. And if everybody wants to know when I'm scrolling through, I'm using AC/DC tonight. That's not how I usually use Lightroom, but it's easier to drag and drop from here. You can't drag and drop from Lightroom with
Yeah,
Windows 10. I mean, you can,
yeah.
there are other
Supposedly
ways
you
you can do
can
it.
with Mac, but
Yeah, not. So there's like this huge folder. I'm like, you can see my progress bar. I'm not even halfway through it yet.
she could be here all night just looking at all the birdies.
So, but right now I'm like stuck at just Jaimee's, one of her storyteller kits. Look at that.
Ooh, I like the texture on that one. I
Yeah.
like texture that I don't have to do myself. I like it when the designers do texture for me.
I like that, but I
I
want it
know a lot of
solid.
people who like their Macs. I'm stuck. I like my PC better right now. But I know lots of people who love their Macs. 6 years, that's awesome though for your MacBook Pro. Kim just made a list of the BYOC stuff that she wants.
She's like making plans.
I've had
Ooh, look at
mine
that.
for 5 at this point. It's going strong and it was built. I actually just added another hard drive to it. So not because anything was wrong with the first one. I just wanted a bigger SSD drive, solid state. So I switched that out and added an extra solid state to it now that they've dropped in price. I really like being able to do that. I love mine too, Kim. Mine is not almost 3 gigs though, or terabytes. I'm assuming that's terabytes because gigs wouldn't go very far anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The last time we moved, I don't even know why my husband had this, but he found this little memory stick and he's like, "Ooh, I wonder what's on it." And he sticks it in the computer and it was literally 500 MBs in it. And there was obviously nothing on it. And I was like, "When did you get that?" And we're looking at it and it was something given away free like years and years ago, back when he was in college. And it was like, "Oh, here's what you need to get your stuff from school to your." I'm just like,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding me?"
Right. Oh.
Oh, the 279 was supposed to go into your spreadsheet. Ah, she's trying to figure out how much BYOC it's going to cost her. I thought you got an almost 3 terabyte solid state, and I was a little jealous there. Oh, I
I'm
use
kind
2
of like,
monitors too.
oh, I love
Was that
that
a
texture.
no?
Maybe
The
I
white background
should.
is a paper. It's from just Jaimee's
Yeah.
Storyteller. She didn't add the gesso.
Yeah.
It was just there.
Okay, so what I'm going to do though, because I like both the texture and I like this paint with these hearts right here on this little butterfly wings paper, I'm going to go up to blend mode and let's see, multiply is good.
Yay! Somebody else who has to scroll through the blend modes to decide which one they like.
Of course.
I watched some people and they're just like, "Oh yeah," and I picked this blend mode, and I'm like, "But how did you know that's the one to pick? Like you didn't
No,
check
you
them
got,
all."
well, sometimes it depends on what you want to do. That,
Oh, I can never remember which one does what, so I always have to scroll through.
yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off.
Kim, you always scroll. Oh, good. Somebody else.
Somebody else. I'm going to take out the title too, because I think I want to see those 2 hearts.
Can I tell you, Cheryl? I blew my kid's mind the other day.
Oh, yeah?
He was showing me, I don't even remember what he was doing, but he wanted to show me how you can pull up something in the camera and you can make it look like a scary picture or something. And it's basically just a negative image, right? It's just
Gotcha.
negative. Somebody at school had shown him this website that shows you like negative images and changes it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Do you know mommy knows how to do that? What? So we pulled up a
What?
picture of him, and in Lightroom, I just, flipped the colors because it's super
Right.
easy to do. And he's like, oh, do another one.
What? What is
I scrapbook
happening
and
here?
play with photos all the time. How have you never noticed that mommy knows how to do some of this stuff? So then he went to school to tell them all that his mom can make photos look like ghosts too. She's awesome. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like, oh, don't you just love it when they think of you that way? When
Yeah.
you're
It's like
awesome,
he was
then they,
watching me look at kits the other day, and he's like, what are those? I'm like, they're kits you can use. The ones you make pretty pages with my photo? Uh-huh. Can you buy them? Oh
yes.
my gosh, kid. Like, you're 10. Where have you been? My computer has been like literally in the center of the world, like our home. You've been able
Yep,
to see this.
it's true. Kids live in their own world, don't they?
It is. It's so funny. Lisa, sometimes you get lucky. Is that with the filters? Sometimes you switch the order of the papers. Sometimes I'll pick a the blend modes. Sometimes I'll do one and I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. Totally not what I was going for, but I'm leaving it because it looks cool. I think it's usually like when I get in the darken or the color, whatever ones, where it like makes half of it disappear and stuff. Ooh, Renee scrolls through and adjusts the opacity for each one. Hey, Cheryl, can I ask a question that I keep meaning to ask and I forget?
Yes.
So what's the difference between the fill and the opacity?
Why you asked me this?
I didn't know if you knew. If you don't know, it's fine. They seem to do the same thing to me, so I just wondered what the difference was.
Okay.
And Renee reminded me I've been meaning to wonder what's the difference between the opacity and the fill.
It's oh my
Tell me
gosh.
to go away. It's fine.
No, I know. I just my words aren't there. It
That's okay.
I think they're pretty much the same thing, but there's I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up afterwards.
They always
So I could
feel the
be
same
like,
to me, so that's why. And I just always forget to stop and look it up because who stops to Google stuff when they're scrapping?
I don't know. I've
Okay,
been
I have
pretty
done that
squirrely
before,
lately.
but
I've been
usually it's when
pretty
I'm like, yeah,
kinda,
you've been squirrely too.
yeah, everything distracts me lately. But that's okay.
Totally.
Oh, I love these butterflies
So
from
you feel
Little
like Doug and
Butterfly
up,
Wings.
squirrel, squirrel.
Squirrel, yes, very much so.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, dude. Oh, so cute. Okay, let's see.
You are an enabler, Cheryl.
Right?
I'm totally okay. I already filled my wish list up with a whole bunch of really cool things that I saw from the MOC challenge. I was like, ooh, that's ooh, that's cool. Oh, I don't own that one yet. And now I'm gonna have to go fill it up with BYOC. It's just gonna be huge again. And I had gotten it down to a manageable like 25 items.
Okay, these are so cool.
Those are super cool. What are those?
They are editable labels by
Ooh.
NBK Design. So, it'll have a little headline, and so then you can write stuff on the little tag, which is great if you want to include some information, but don't necessarily want it to, overwhelm your page.
Mm-hmm.
May come back and look at those in a minute.
I bought one of her journal card sets, and I didn't realize when I bought it because apparently I don't read well enough descriptions. But it's editable, so you can go in and you can change like the date to match your papers and match your week. And I was like,
Oh,
this is so cool.
you're like, yay!
It wasn't what I expected, but it's even cooler.
We just have some really amazing designers in our store. It's just it's lovely to be on a team with them. You know, I'm
Yep.
just like, dude.
We really do. Some days I feel like if I don't pay super attention, I miss some of the coolest stuff that comes out.
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, when did that come out? How did I miss that?
I mean, it didn't take much really for me to miss something these days, but I like that little,
The felty flower.
yeah, I like the felt.
I'm seeing you doing a couple of layouts with BYOC
Oh
because you
yeah.
like a lot of it.
I mean, it's all, I like the colors, but I like, excuse me, pardon me, goodness. I like the different subjects of the kits. It's not all just lovey-dovey.
Valentine's.
Yeah.
Oh, Renee went and found me a link. Oh, yay.
She found you a link.
She Googled for me.
And what do we know now?
Well, I haven't read it yet.
Well, hurry up. Hurry up.
It takes a moment.
I need a moment here. Because it's hard to read and listen to what's
And
happening.
talk. Mm-hmm.
And talk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
goodness.
it says, fill opacity affects only pixel shapes or text on a layer without affecting the opacity of layer effects such as drop shadows. And the opacity determines to what degree it obscures or reveals the layer beneath it. Intriguing.
Intriguing, she says. Intriguing.
Like 1% appears nearly transparent, whereas 100% is almost opaque. Appears completely opaque, not almost opaque. Thanks for that link. And there's a whole lot more about the blending modes. See, y'all are going to have me doing what I need to do. You're going to make me faster scrappers. I got to keep coming to these. I learned stuff, Cheryl.
I do every time. I've been doing this for 10 years and I still don't know enough. I don't always feel like, oh, I feel fairly certain that I can handle this, and I'm on top of my program, and then blam, I'll be like, wait, I'll be doing something like the hard way, and somebody will say, oh, why are you doing it that way? Didn't you know you could just do X, Y, or Z? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had that. Where it's like, or I'll watch it and I'm like, wait, how have I not been doing it that way? That's so much easier. Yeah.
Oh, I like that stamp. I think I want to put that stamp on here. See what this looks like.
Good night, Grace. Ooh, 5 a.m. Yeah. I think I would be tired too. Cheryl will have it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm running behind on those, but they will come some point. I promise.
At some point.
Everybody's going, yeah, no, Cheryl, you haven't posted in a while. The thing is, I'm OCD and I like to have them posted in order. So I need to just let go of that and just post them already.
I can see that.
Oh, this is us. Isn't that
I played
cute?
with the opacity, Renee. I just didn't know the difference. And I noticed that they were both there. So I was like, what's the difference? But now I know.
Now you know.
You know what's weird to me, Cheryl?
What?
So we used to do these when I was on the Pacific time zone. And so food always came up.
Right?
Because
It
I
was
was
time to,
always either just eating dinner, had just made dinner and hadn't gotten to eat it yet, or was ready for dinner because it was
yeah.
always my dinner time. And I'm like, since I switched coasts, I don't
You're
think
like,
I
no,
ever do that.
no, we haven't really.
I'm like, I've had my
This
dinner a
month,
couple hours ago, moved on.
yeah.
But I kind of miss it. I kind of miss our food chat.
Okay. I don't know which ones I want to use.
Ooh,
Let's
layering on
see.
the word.
Like, I believe in our love, our love, and I love being yours. I think I like, I think I like that one.
Can I say I'm really loving those pink like doily things on the template?
Oh,
They look
the
so cool.
stencil. I'll spit it
Stencil.
out in a second.
They look like doilies,
Stencil.
like the opposite of doilies.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm
Like
gonna
when I
switch.
used to take chalk and like chalk onto my paper and then move the paper away and blow off the chalk and
Yes.
then have chalk all over my fingers and my desk and you know, paper issues.
Yeah, it was always a mess. It's so
Those
nice to
labels
not
from
like,
MBK are not in the store? Are you what? They're not.
um,
Hmm.
well, I bought them from the store. I
Yeah.
went to,
Oh, I found them.
okay.
Hold on. I found them.
I was like, I don't
They
think
are
they're
right there.
hidden still.
You should be able to see them too.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes things show up wrong. So, yeah.
What?
Or sometimes, I don't know if you've ever had this where you'll like go to the next page in the gallery and then things show up. And I was like, oh, nope, you got an error. They will be there tomorrow. They will be there tomorrow if it's giving you an error.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Because the category's activated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I see that, Kim. Hold on. Let me do something different and see if I can. Okay, hold on. Can you see this one?
Can you see
Yeah.
it?
Okay. Sorry, I shared the gallery link, the first one. So yeah, that's why it didn't
Oh,
work right. But that's the store link. I don't see
there
it
you
in
go.
BYOC either, Kim. Yep, I got you on that. I'm not positive why.
I'm gonna pop that in there. Because, I gotta put some extra.
Extra, extra, read all
Read all
about it.
about
Anything else that you saw Cheryl use that you haven't been able to find? Because I'll find it for you.
We'll find it.
I'll find it.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe I want to go darker. That.
Also, Cheryl, love your heart templates with all the hearts on them. They're totally
Oh,
adorbs.
heart of hearts. Hee hee hee.
Hee 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 hee.
Why do I like puns?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just do. I just do, people.
I keep thinking it'd be fun to take the one that has like tons and tons of them and this is weird for me, you'll know this, take the photo spots off and fill the hearts with a whole bunch of different like faces and
Oh,
then print it out.
yes. That would be
So then you
cute.
have like all these little hearts and then fill some of them with paper just so it has some color and stuff to it. I may do that. See, some days I have my most brilliant ideas watching you scrap instead of me. I would have looked at it and gone, what am I doing with this?
What is happening? Okay. Got a little bit of yellow. I think maybe let's look for take this natural one to kind of balance out that cardboard there. Add that up there. Okay, I think I got everything but my papers.
Yep. Got to finish filling in those hearts behind the heart.
Yep. So I
You're
think
in a
I'm
very
gonna
lovey
go.
mood with all these hearts this month, huh?
Oh yes. Lovey, lovey.
I love it. Hanging out. My favorite weirdos. That's adorable.
Yes.
Which one is that? Is that Jaimee or
That is Amy Wolf,
Amy?
Better Together.
Yep.
Elements.
My favorite weirdos.
So cute.
So many photos I could use that for. Like the one with my brother and my husband with their underwear on their head. The one where we duct tape somebody's mouth shut. The one where my son
Great.
washi taped his mouth shut. That was a funny moment.
Okay. Let's see what this looks like. It's not what I'm looking for.
What
I
you
don't know
looking?
quite what I'm looking for. I don't know, maybe kind of more of a neutral to start off the background.
Mm. Is there one that's kind of that
Like,
cardboard color?
ooh, there we go. That's what I needed. I needed, something to bring in that black and white. And
Yep.
then let's pick up some red. Some more red, maybe. See what this one looks like. Pretty.
Oh, that's a cool paper.
Yeah, it's got all these. Looks like they've stamped all these pieces
like bits of lace.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's little butterfly wings. We can't be surprised. She has such cool stuff. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Anything else I want to put on here? Can I fit anything else on here? Okay, I think I'm going to move that over just a tad.
The butterflies are from little butterfly wings as well.
Yes.
Like if I lean close enough, I can see. I can reach your screen.
Yeah, it is from.
Is it from her XOXO Elements?
Yep.
Oh, because I don't see it in the preview. Oh, but I see it on the sample pages.
Hang on. Am I crazy?
Nope, I see it on the preview. I found it.
Okay.
You just shouted it so much different that I didn't realize that they looked kind of flat on her preview of it.
Well,
she
has
oh, wait,
one.
Nope, there they are.
She has this one that has paint, so it looks like they're stamped.
Okay, that's the one that's on the preview. Yep, that's the one that's on the preview.
Then she has this one where you can, put more shadows on there.
And she didn't put that one on the preview. She put the stamped one on the preview.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty cool.
All right, I think I want to see what this looks like. Instead of that bright pink, let's try this.
Adding more, 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 more.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
You
like
need
the
the
boulder. What do you guys think? I like the boulder pink, but I can see it works with the other one too.
let's see.
Lisa says the bright one's too purple for her.
I think that's what it is that's bothering me.
Kim
Let me
likes the
see.
boulder one.
Let's see if this one's just as purple. Oh no, that's better.
Oh, I like that. It's got that boulder, but it's not as purple. Yep, I see what you mean.
It's got some paint.
It's got a little more white in it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll take all these out and merge that down. Make sure all these are merged down. Make it easier when I shadow
And my little heart goes, but then you can't change your mind again.
No, you can't. It is something
I need
terrible.
to just commit sometimes. I'm bad about that.
Okay. And let's see, my favorite little traveling typewriter, and so I don't forget to add the journaling
Does anyone
down
do
here.
anything for Valentine's Day? We don't to my house.
No, not usually. Sometimes, because Olivia's birthday is the 13th, so we typically are usually doing something celebrating her birthday.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let me save this.
Jan wants to know why that's your favorite font.
I don't know. It's like it's easy to read. I think it's because it's easy to read, but then it has a like a vintage vibe to it, and I like the typewriter element. I like one of my favorite things to do is to type, like I've put in a piece of copy paper and typed on a typewriter and then make it look like it's on a word strip. Like, you know, I cut out each line of journaling. Have you seen people do that on, let's see, I'll switch this over and do.
Jan's daughter's birthday is on the 13th too.
Okay, so I'll say Jay and Cheryl. Okay, and then if I wanted to put, like it was a word strip, I would come over to a little shape tool and I'd pick just a square is fine and just draw a little strip.
And you do it so often it automatically fills with white.
Well, I had already switched over here. You know, reset the swatch and then just switched it so that the foreground color was white. And then probably add a little flat and then create layer, and then I'll go do a little, just use a little nudge tool and make it look like I glued it down.
Nudge that shadow out of its place.
Yep.
So it sounds like that one's your favorite because you like the typewriter look.
Yes.
There you
I
go.
think that's why. Okay, now let's do something with these little hearts here. Can make them have a little shadow.
Some days when I play with shadows, I'm like, I'm such a terrible gluer.
Right? Like, because you know it
Or,
always
ooh,
would
I was
happen.
really into Pop Darts that day.
Yes.
Oh, the Pop Dots. Make them stick up as high as possible.
Oh, it's so cute.
I like
You
it.
know what I think I'm missing though? I
Hmm.
need I need I need a little yellow. That's what I need. I need a little yellow something.
There's that picture perfect that has a little yellow in it with a
Um,
little flare on something. How much yellow you looking for?
just a little bit. I think I'm going to take this little xoxo.
There you go.
And I'm going to put one down here. And then I'll put one up here.
Anne's challenge was a good one to learn to play with shadows a little more. Get some more depth on them. Ooh, you could take those purple hearts or those heart stack and do the shadow in the other direction and make them cutouts. That would be
Yes,
a fun thing.
somebody did that
Oh,
in the challenge already in the thread. I
oh,
was
did
like,
they?
what? Yeah, they were like, I think it was Michelle
Dude, I feel like
Pixels,
I'm just coming up from air. I didn't even realize that.
right?
Yeah.
Usually I don't go through all the individual threads, but since I'm share the template, I'm trying to look and see what's over there. And
Oh, it totally was. How cute. I didn't think I was going to be able to do Anne's layout, but it was so close to the end.
you're
Now
like,
we know, Cheryl.
I did it.
Keep all the hard ones for the very end, and then they'll feel like they have to. Just
Now
kidding.
we know for next year we will torture you. I think we do pretty good about. I thought the last day was a good one. I hated that I was really I was really feeling so good and like I was gonna make it, and then at some point I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it, and it's okay, and I just need to let it go. And
Yeah.
so I let it go.
Yeah. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's what we have to do. Pretty sure that I did that before. I had to just let something go. Aw. The
What?
last one. Lisa said she loved the last one, but it was emotional. Jan says
Yeah.
the last one was a tearjerker for a lot of us. It was interesting to see how many people went sad with the quote. Like, because I thought of it too, with that quote, because it is, I mean, when you think about it too long, it does feel kind of sad and stuff. But I was looking through that thread and there were so many that were also very happy.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of this, I was either seemed to be super sad or super happy. There was like almost no in between area.
Like,
You have to sing Let It Go as you do Let It Go. Yeah. Did you sing,
let it
Cheryl? Did you sing
go.
Let It Go? Let Go of MOC?
Yeah, I did. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Okay, that poor little butterfly was getting smushed down there. I have to move the flower out a little bit. Oh, I'm quite happy with this. Very, very happy.
I agree, Jan. After this year, a lot of us have learned to appreciate things. It was a heartfelt
Yeah,
appreciation. I think so too. And I thought there were a lot of things, like that was there was a couple in there that were really fun that were like, not fun, but were, you know, I miss travel and I can't wait till I do it again.
right.
So they had that hopeful leap to them. So that was cool too. Me, I never realized how much I'd enjoyed going to the grocery store. much I'd miss that.
Yeah, we
I
did
know.
our order tonight to pick up tomorrow. One day.
Well,
One
it's weird
day.
because on one hand, I'm like, but if I do the online pickup order, I'm less likely to spend as much because I'll go through and I'll be like, oh, that feels like too much. And then I'll look back through my list. I'll be like, I don't really need this or this, you know? But then
Yeah.
I miss going to the grocery store and seeing all the stuff.
Right?
But yeah, Lisa, I do kind of like having someone else shop for me. I don't know. I guess I miss the window shopping.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just do grocery pickup and then just go and do my own, like looking around the store and stuff and not having to worry about checkout and stuff. Oh, I have done that before with produce because I'm so picky about produce that I'm just like, So the one time I did it, I set up an order and got to the store like 30 minutes early, went in and got my produce, and I went and sat in my car for them to bring me other stuff. It was shorter.
We have Publix here in the South, and I really like their produce, and haven't had any problems with them picking, what I need.
Well, that's the funny part. I am sure they would be just fine at picking it out. I just don't trust them enough to give them the opportunity.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not.
I'm like, I will let you pick out carrots and potatoes because, it's fine. You can't really mess those up. I'm like, but I have not done any like produce like apples and vegetable or like fruits and stuff. I'm like, no, I'll go get it myself.
Yeah, what I found is that they usually pick the best of the best. So we get our favorite is the Honeycrisp, the organic Honeycrisp apples. Oh, they're so good. Oh my gosh. I'm like, where did y'all find these? Because I think y'all are hiding these in the back. Because I've never seen them.
Heard they do that. A lot of the stores, they actually have the produce in the back for a lot of the chains so that their shoppers are picking produce from the back and then what's left over goes to the front.
Yeah.
Like, well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Some stores do better. I asked for a parsley plant once over the summer and they offered to substitute it for, it was like sage. And I'm like, parsley and sage are not even in the same like realm of herb. I appreciate the thought, but no. Yeah, I've actually had them do a couple. One of the orders I did, I've done them before too when I'm on my way back from vacation and I know my fridge is empty. Or like when we were moving and I knew everything was empty, I was like, let me just have them do an order and then we can just stop and pick it up on the way to the hotel. And that's always fun when they substitute for bigger things. Like you order the small package and they're like, here's the big one. We were out of the small one. And you're like, yes, score. Because they charge you the small price. Yeah,
okay,
I've had to specify things I'm not letting them replace. They offered to replace root beer with Dr. Pepper once, and I thought that's only something they do at the fast food restaurants, but apparently it's not. I don't know. Are you all finished, Cheryl?
I am. And then I started thinking, holy cow, I got to figure out what all these products are. I should have been doing it as I went along.
Oh, balsamic vinegar instead of balsamic vinaigrette. Yeah, that's
not the
fail.
same.
My grocery store, so if I do the Kroger brand grocery store, which we have two different ones, but they're both basically Kroger, they do it and so does Walmart, but the Aldi does not. So if I'm going to the Aldi, I have to, they do it through Instacart, but I'm not going to pay more for Instacart. So I'll just go in myself. But yeah, I've always had to do, we've always had at least one store we visit that doesn't do pickup. So.
Oh, maybe it's
Renee's
not going to
Town
be
didn't even have grocery pickup until late summer 2020. I bet. Yeah, and it's not just that though, Lisa. Like, yeah, Instacart, they'll charge you more than $1.99. I think Aldi advertises it as free, but if you look up the prices are different. So it's like, sure, it's free, but you're charging me an extra 50 cents on everything. That adds up fast. So it's not, to me, that's not pickup. I'm not doing that. So yeah, Kim, Instacart adds to each price. Yeah, that's not free to me either. Ours actually doesn't use store employees to shop it at the Aldi. They actually do have Instacart shoppers, I guess, who do it. So you pick up at Aldi. It feels so deceptive to me because they advertise it as Aldi pickup. But when you read the fine print, you find out that it actually goes through Instacart and they use Instacart shoppers. They don't use Aldi shoppers. And I'm like, and then, you know, of course, the prices are different. And I'm like, okay, that's not Aldi pickup then. You're misusing that term.
Yeah.
My Sam's has been really good, Kim. I do like doing pickup from Sam's because it keeps me from having to walk around the whole store. And some days I'm lazy. But yeah, I've liked my Sam's because I've actually had same day pickup from Sam's a couple of times because apparently not many people use the pickup service.
Okay, so that wasn't too bad.
Oh, for your crediting?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean that wasn't too bad? Scrapping wasn't too bad? Picking up wasn't too bad? I got a lot of things going through my head right now, Cheryl. Squirrel.
Yes, squirrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? That's not bad.
No.
Oh, that's so cute.
I just put in the order while watching Cheryl scrap. I love it.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight, and we'll be back. Oh, goodness gracious me. That will be March 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Pacific.
I don't think that's before the time change. The time change isn't until April, right?
It's usually at least the last week of March. It's not usually the first week, so it should be after. So we're still on standard time. Oh my gosh, the 14th of March.
The 14th of March.
The 14th of March is when daylight savings starts. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so daylight savings time is really hard, especially on kids. It starts during spring break.
Oh, nice.
That'll be nice. So he'll have a week to get adjusted to it before we have to actually bother with it. I'm sorry it's too far away. We will see you for sure on a month on Watch Cheryl Scrap and in the forum before then.
Yes, absolutely. And y'all take care. If you have any questions or anything, you know, you can always post in the forum or send me a message and I'll be happy to help you out as much as I can. And I'll see you in the forum. We'll be scrapping together.
Bye.
Bye.